now proudly presented on SNME. That's Sunday night's main event.
Heavy traffic during 4-5. Gotta hustle on your own time. Color people every port side. We just people from the north side. Want some teammates at the shore fine. Winter ready on the four ties. Heavy traffic during 4-5. Gotta hustle on your own.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's your host, your boy George Mackay, live here, pre-recorded Destiny Wrestling Haywire. And I'm sitting down with one half of the not yet, but maybe possibly because they stole the titles, but they didn't actually win the titles yet. One half of Pleasure and Pain, but also, most recently, a face that runs the place, the Immaculate one himself, Joe Mack, OVW, Netflix, Wrestlers. How are you, brother?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm sitting down with you.
Yeah.
The last time we sat down, it was you and Mike DeRosti in my basement, in my house, a year before COVID. Look how much has happened since then.
Crazy, isn't it?
It is crazy.
I literally took myself to Kentucky, took a chance, and we're here today talking about the Netflix series Wrestlers that dropped about 3 weeks ago. I'm one half of the OVW Tag Team Champions, and tonight I become one half of the Destiny Tag Team Champion.
It's like full circle moment.
Full circle, man.
Full circle, and I love it. So I got to ask this. A couple of the conversations that you were involved in the Netflix documentary was in the second episode. You were actually at the start of the second episode. It was you, Al, another student, Al's wife, all sitting down. I think you were eating pizza or you were eating takeout of some kind, right?
I wasn't eating pizza.
But Al was eating pizza.
You know me.
You're very healthy.
I'm immaculate in
course.
every single way possible. You think I would eat pizza? Do I look like the kind of guy?
I think you would eat like gluten-free pizza.
Do I look like I eat pizza?
No. Sorry, scratch that.
All right.
You look like you were breathing in the pizza fumes, though. You can do that. That's not cheating.
I breathe the best air in the world.
Are you like Richard Holiday? Are you breathing rarefied air?
Yeah. You walk into my room, I got the diffuser going.
You got
man.
it all going
I got
there.
the diffuser going.
What's your scent of choice? Lavender?
A little bit of. I mixed it up: lavender, peppermint, eucalyptus. You know.
All right, fair enough. Yeah. You like to really get all the health scents going.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Pizza aside now, let's focus. Pizza aside. You were having a conversation with Al about the business of wrestling and about what wrestling does. And Al was basically giving you his thoughts on this, kind of having an impromptu session, a training session within a session. Not training as in running through drills and stuff, but mentally training, having those conversations. What's it like to actually be able to pick the brain of arguably, in my opinion, one of the greatest ring IQ technicians of our time in Al Snow on that regular basis, and taking that chance to go to Kentucky to be able to have these conversations?
It's so valuable. It's almost more valuable than being in the ring. Well, ring experience obviously is extremely valuable, but for me, I was fortunate enough to be able to go on the road with Al Snow and be able to listen to him, shut my mouth and listen to him for 5 hours, 3 hours at a time. I was in that scene at his house, and he's just drills these principles and these great things into my head. Not just about, one of the things that he teaches us is that it's not about the moves, it's about who you are. Mm-hmm. You're not selling what you're doing, you're selling why you're doing it. And I believe that's a really lost art nowadays in wrestling, because everybody's fascinated by the ooh, ah. Like, the athleticism is at its peak, and I appreciate and love that. But we've gotten so far away from the storytelling and the emotional aspect of it, and that's the one thing that Al Snow teaches, and that's why I admire him so much. And just, I love just being around him, listening to him talk. Like, yeah.
I get that. I could totally get that vibe. Now, why decide to take the chance, hop in your car, pack up everything you know, leave everything you've ever known, and drive to Kentucky? What was it that was drawing you there? Was it just something you felt you had to do, or was you just like, fuck it, I'm either doing this now or I'm never going to do it?
Yeah. Whatever it is that somebody wants to do in their life, they got to commit to it. And I knew that if I really wanted to do this, I had to take that risk. You're going into the unknown. You don't know where you're going. You're going to a whole nother country by yourself, not knowing anybody, not knowing what's on the other side. Financially, you don't know what the heck is going on. But if you know that you're taking a step in the direction of your goal, you're going to be fine with it. So I took that first step, and then everything just kept happening. Momentum, and then we're here today.
Was it strange or weird in any way to have these cameras just kind of following you guys around and being told, act natural, don't look in the camera? Like, how hard is it to not look into a camera when you know you're being filmed? That's got to be crazy.
Yeah, it was definitely a different experience, but it opened up my skill set, really, just to have the cameras there. At first, you don't really know how to act, right? Because they want a real side of you, but you're there and you don't know whether you should be acting or giving them the real side of you.
But also, you don't want to give that too much vulnerability, right?
Well, I don't know. You definitely have to be vulnerable in front of the cameras because that's what they want. They want to see you. They want to see Joseph. And, I think they got that a bit. Otherwise, it was different. You're at home. I'll come downstairs. So I lived with Mahabali Shira, and Shira was a huge part of the show. I would come downstairs, and the cameras, I just woke up in the morning. I just opened my eyes, walked downstairs, and the cameras are all there, and, they started asking me questions, which was, it was cool. I'm fine with it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a great experience, and the show was fantastic. My wife and I watched it in 2 days. We could not stop watching it. It was so entertaining. Seeing everything that was going. But I have to ask this. You guys were unsure of how it was all going to get cut together. When you yourself saw the final product, were you like, wow, that exceeded what I expected?
Absolutely.
Or were you like, wow, man, they really pulled back the curtain a lot?
Man, Joe Mack doesn't cry a lot. Or ever, really. But watching that show took me through an emotional roller coaster. Really, like, I would cry, laugh, cry again. It was just, watching us. OVW is a one big family. Obviously, we've got our issues, but just seeing everybody's story in that light and getting to see that was something else.
Absolutely. Now, there was one section of the documentary, and I hope I'm not creating any drama, so if you want to skip this question, I understand. But there's one section of the documentary where Darkseid was having a very one-sided... Dark Storm, my apologies. Yeah. He was having a very one-sided conversation with you, where I felt like you were listening, but also at the same time, you were trying to focus on the match. He was kind of stating his opinions of women in wrestling.
Yeah, right.
Was it in any way, shape, or form awkward that you're kind of not indirectly but directly associated with his opinions because you were in the vicinity of the shot?
Yeah, I mean, we're all listen. Dark Storm's Dark Storm. We're all wrestlers, okay? And wrestlers have very strong opinions. He's got his opinion. I've got mine. You've got yours. Everybody's got an opinion. He's just more vocal about his, and it is what it is. I just try to see the good in people, and he's my friend, so I don't really, I'm not, obviously it's going to rub people the wrong way, but I'm not judging him based on that opinion.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Now I got to talk to you about the big one, because you are kind of in a special class of your own. Right. You've main evented the big one twice.
That's right, man.
And you also were featured in another segment of the documentary where you got berated by a 7-year-old. That was amazing. That girl schooled you in every way, shape, or form.
Are you kidding
100%. She ruined you. She ruined you. No, she ruined you, dude.
You think she ruined me?
She absolutely did. She did.
You're crazy.
She ruined both you and your tag team partner pretty easily. And
Listen.
the thing is that you guys were behind another car. She was hanging out the window. She was ready to go.
Well, that's because I didn't want to, attack a child. But I was ready.
Well,
you saw me, I was ready to go.
If you guys were in the battle from 8 Mile, she was Eminem and you were Papa Doc. We just found out that you went to Cranbrook and that's a private school. She dusted you.
Yeah, well, I guess, I choked up and she had me. I got to give it to her. She's got a great promo. She's got a personality. Yeah, she had Joe Mack beat there, but it's not over.
It's not over?
It's far from over. Gracie is going to get hers. And Gracie, if you're listening, I'm coming for you. This is far from over, little girl.
Are you physically, are you sitting here right now on my podcast threatening a child? Are you basically saying you're going to go toe-to-toe with a child?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
But Gracie has her...
Because we all know that she can't go toe-to-toe with Immaculate Joe.
But she is a super fan.
I don't give a rat's butt.
Okay. Nice PG-13 save.
I don't give a rat's butt.
Okay.
what she is.
Okay.
She is interfering with my life and my business.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to say this right now, Gracie. Us at Straight Talk, we adore you. We think you're fantastic. And I hope to one day
Adore you.
that Al Snow will let you climb over that barricade, smack Joe Mack right in the face.
Oh, you do not want to see that.
I do. I actually think Gracie and the mini host could challenge you guys for your OVW Tag Team Champions. And if they could win.
Huh?
Yeah, they could win.
Who?
Gracie and the mini host.
Gracie and the mini host.
Yeah. They could beat the crap out of you two.
Listen, man, you trying to get me in trouble here?
I'm not trying to get you. I'm stating facts.
All right.
All right, let's move past Gracie for a second. Let's go back to the hey, Gracie, though, you were fantastic.
It's always
Luca.
about Gracie. I can't believe I'm the star. I'm the star of the show, not you, Gracie.
Gracie aside, you're in a pretty elite class because you main evented the big one twice.
I did.
Now, in the documentary, that was the first big one. That was the first one. And
was.
that was the big one where it was like, the whole thing was leading up to, are we going to sell out? Are we going to be able to keep OVW afloat? And you guys probably were a little bit aware of the situation, but not fully aware of the situation. After watching the documentary and knowing that a lot was riding on this one event, could you believe how much was actually riding that you guys probably, you as the roster, were not aware of? That the doors could have closed had you not had every seat filled?
Yeah, we know what it means. We know what it means. We got to get ourselves over. Every time we go to the ring, we need to be superstars. We need to be the reason why people are coming and buying tickets. And coming back. So if there are empty seats in the house, we're probably not doing a good job. So that is why we bust our asses and do everything we can to give the people what they want to see.
Absolutely. Now, I got to ask this, though. You were involved in pretty much Al's last match, or one of his last matches of his career.
Yeah.
How cool was that, to share a ring with your mentor, your good friend, and your coach?
I mean, you should probably ask him how cool it was to share the ring with me, because I am the Immaculate and the future of this business. So realistically, you got to ask him that question. And I'll give you in on a fun fact. That was the biggest house we have seen at OVW in the past decade. You want to know why?
Because Joe Mack.
Because Joe Mack was in the main event.
Saw that coming.
That's right.
Saw that answer coming.
You did?
I did.
I didn't swerve you?
No.
You thought I was going to sit here and you know, kiss Al Snow's butt.
I did not.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Man, once I hit the Gracie nerve, everything just went sideways in this interview.
Yeah. Don't bring up Gracie.
Don't bring up Gracie.
Yeah, don't ever bring her up again.
I will. I promise you I won't. I won't bring her up ever again.
Okay, good.
All right.
Keep it that way.
All right. So anyways, from myself, the mini host, and Gracie, this is Joe Mack. Listen, I do love you, and you're a fantastic talent, and I see your name in lights in the near future. I see you definitely on the right road. And based on, it was so cool in that documentary, one final question, to see like Leela Gray move on to AEW, see people get opportunities. A couple days after the documentary, Holly Hood gets a WWE tryout. Amazing Maria and her having the opportunities and wow that they've had. Everybody's really building up. And I heard that the last couple shows at OVW, I know you haven't been back there recently, last couple shows since the next documentary dropped.
I was there.
Oh, were you there?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard they had to turn people away.
Why do you think they sold out?
Oh, because you were there.
Yeah.
Okay, my apologies, Joe. I didn't know you were there.
Right.
No, but seriously, they had to turn people away. That's got to be an incredible feeling.
It was amazing. Well,
Have you outgrown your building? Do you guys think you're going to have to move on?
It just goes to show you better buy your tickets a week early. Otherwise, you know, we're
early.
2 weeks early. We're going to send you home. OVW's doing numbers.
But Gracie always gets her special seat.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you about Gracie?
I know, but
Don't bring her up
But she has that
ever again.
Okay, all right.
It's about me,
It's
not
about
her.
you. So, certain fans have their special areas to see you in the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
There's
my
a
only
reason
question.
I'm in the ring,
All right.
and Gracie
But I didn't bring her up this time.
is sitting with the fans.
With the fans. She's
Yeah.
a super fan.
Yeah, she's a fan. I'm the superstar. She's a super fan. I'm a superstar. Get it right.
Really don't like this child.
No. I hate children.
Wow.
All of them.
All
of them.
Even the mini host?
Yeah.
Wow.
You think I like the main host?
Wow.
I just
I have video
have to
proof
answer
of you doing a
questions.
TikTok with her from years ago.
You better not bring
We have that.
You bad enough.
I think the mini host should probably I think he should re-release that footage, don't you, buddy? Yeah.
No, I never did that.
You were off beat and all kinds of bad.
I got rhythm. I don't remember doing that.
We have the video proof.
These shoulders, how they bounce.
All right. Well, this interview has been an upward trajectory of nothing but awesomeness. But my dude, Joe Mack, you're an incredible talent. I appreciate you. Guys, that's it for this one. Peace, love, and wrestling. We'll see you next week. Peace. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and turn on that notification bell so you get notified each time we post a video. Alternatively, you can check us out on all podcast platforms and hosted on Podbean. We are also available on the SNME Network. That's the Sunday Nights Main Event Patreon. Please feel free to check us out there as well. And don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms at _Straight Talk on Twitter, at Straight Talk Wrestling on Instagram, Straight Talk Wrestling on Facebook, Straight Talk Wrestling on TikTok, and of course, you can check out all our merch at ProWrestlingTees.com.
I don't need a nigga.